and he made a joke about like how I would defend JD Vance having sex with like my dead mother or something like that.
True.
Just like a weird comment, unhinged comment, etc. And so like this is what I said, and this is what I think a lot of Destiny's community needs to understand. No, he actually did. Listen, this is to get a better deal. Yeah.
Real-time processing.
Of course he's going back on
there
the
it is.
tariffs because these people are coming to the table to negotiate with them.
Of course he's going back on his deal.
So the context of this is that essentially Destiny has made fun of Asmongold's dead mom, okay? And Destiny basically rationalizes it as like, okay, if Asmongold is going to be going after families who are deported and going after people who are deported with no due process, and if people are going to get fired from their federal jobs, and for literally no good reason, so therefore, you know, if you're making fun of these things, then your mom is fair game. Yeah, that's basically Destiny's justification.
Deals. Of course he's going back. Oh god, the flip-flop is so crazy, dude.
Tariffs were
imagine. No, they wouldn't. Asmon Slot would absolutely 100 fucking percent.
So because they wouldn't start with like, you know, fucking Joe Blow, right? They're gonna start with someone that became a citizen from whatever reason. Like they
always find a way to recode whatever is being stated. They always find a way to recode it into a way that's acceptable. He could come across JD Vance fucking his mom's corpse, and JD Vance could say, well, it's a made in America fleshlight, and Asmongold would defend it. That's how completely debased these subhuman fucking losers are. Literally.
So the thing is with Destiny and saying stuff like this, right? And I want to let you guys know that, like, I don't really take this very personally. My mom wouldn't have given a fuck about this. Like, I don't, it's not like I'm offended or upset by this at all. It's just being an idiot. But the point is that Destiny, and I think this is what a lot of his community does, is that they justify anything bad that Destiny does, and any, like, whether it's the sex pest allegations, the...
So I like how, let me just say as a quick thing, okay? I think I said this at the beginning of the stream, okay? If you think I've done something wrong, or if you think I haven't done something wrong, then just stand on that. I don't give a fuck if you agree or disagree with some particular thing, or if you think I'm guilty or not guilty or whatever, something, that's fine. But don't sit here and act like you're some nice person because you're not bringing up a thing because of my comments on you. If you think I've done something, then fucking say it. It's not gonna change how I treat you. And if you think I haven't, then stand by that, regardless of what I say, right? This idea that he was some magnanimous, some great person who was showing me some kind of grace, even though he, by the way, already said, he'd already made comments about this in the past when I was mean to him. This type of like trading favor is so fucking cringe. It's so cringe. And also, who the fuck in my community is justifying anything? What are you talking about? There was a...
What is Destiny even saying? He sounds unhinged here. He is unhinged, but he's unhinged for a good reason, in my opinion. If I really want to be super fair here, okay, I think that when it comes to people like Asmongold, and I think this is one point from Destiny that I have not personally said, okay? So people like Asmongold love to view politics as like it's just a sports thing, right? Whether you win a goal, win a soccer goal, or win a football touchdown or something like that, it does not matter at the end of the day because everybody gets to go home and everybody gets to rally around a defeat or a win in terms of sports, right? But the problem here is that when it comes to politics, it's not like that, right? Because one side is definitely the loser and one side is definitely going to suffer. And the thing is here is that, in my opinion, all right, in my humble opinion, it's the same thing. If Asmongold is raising an audience of Nazis on his subreddit and Asmongold has people in his chat saying W Hitler, I think that at that point, yeah, I would say like cruel words are in fact justified. If you are preaching to your audience of tens of thousands of people that deporting these people without due process, undermining democracy, and like sending people where, you know, somewhere where due process cannot touch them is somehow justified, is somehow okay, then yeah, in my opinion, fuck it. Like, fuck it. His mom is fair game, all right? Because on one hand, Asmongold is specifically attacking very specific people with names who are affected by personal tragedy. So if Destiny attacks Asmongold due to a personal tragedy, then I think that's fair game. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Where's the pro clutching when he say hi doesn't care? You being so oh okay, you're not talking to me.
Huge fucking schism about community, all of this. It took me, I think, like 2 days ago, I finally am posting positive fucking subscriber numbers again. What are you talking about? Like, what? Also, but and then I also like how we're mixing in that that thing that's not really related to politics with like being mean to people politically. Like, they'll justify anything Destiny does. What was the anything we're talking about here? He made a mean joke about me. Okay.
The lawsuit for revenge porn, weird tweets about like people, like I don't even want to get into the details with that. You know, him saying that stuff about the guy that got shot
Like, not all of these things are the same. You realize that, right?
at the Trump assassination rally, him saying bad stuff about the kid that got put up there to make an honorary Secret Service member, him saying stuff like this, etc. I think that a lot of his community tries to defend, and they say it's okay that Destiny does this because he's actively working and advocating for.
I'll say this again, okay? When MAGA does unhinged shit, like bring up that mom to the podium in that press briefing where the mom was essentially saying, oh, my daughter Rachel, who is 30-something years old, who was killed by a migrant or whatever, it is fucking unhinged, okay? Like, it's just not fair game whatsoever, because if you're willing to weaponize personal tragedy for the sake of like the Trump administration and stuff like that, right? Like, why is it only good when one side does it? Why is it only good when people who oppose the Democrats do it? Why does this double standards exist, right? So this never ever made sense to me, where one side can preach about playing nice and playing like trying to be about, oh, you got to have good manners, you got to be polite, you got to be whatever. And meanwhile, they're like joking about hammering Paul Pelosi. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, we have Donald Trump Jr. Talking about, here's my Halloween costume of Paul Pelosi being attacked by an unhinged MAGA person. And meanwhile, these are the same exact people who are saying, oh, you can't be making personal attacks like that. Dude, give me a fucking break, dude. Okay? Like, oh, rules for thee, but not for me. Give me a break, dude.
A worldview that we think is good. So it's basically like the ends justify the means.
Not really. It's more that there's a lot of social value in being able to laugh at certain people. That's why they do it. And you guys have set the rules that apparently you can laugh at anything. Comedy's legal again, right? That's what we said.
True.
This double standard of we can laugh.
And this is one of the points that I don't bring up, okay? But I think is a perfectly good point to stand on. I thought comedy was supposed to be legal again. If we laugh at someone's dead mom, shouldn't there be no limits for that? Who cares, right? If people's lives are being physically affected, why should we care about someone's dead mom, right?
Fat and joke about anything we want, and that as
Like this is one of these jokes that you would see at any kind of comedy venue where somebody was like roasting somebody, right?
Asmongold can sit here and make jokes about being in a Pikachu costume and watching people getting deported, or is laughing at and joking about all these federal employees getting fired and how gleefully happy he is that they're losing their jobs. But then if somebody makes a joke about him, well, on the other side, you see what's happened is they're just so disgusting with the jokes. Like, bro, you can't pick and choose here. I'm sorry. It's either all okay or it's not okay. Don't be a fucking baby bitch about it, all right?
True.
And the problem with him doing that is that I think when an average person hears this and they see him saying this, it actively damages any cause.
And listen to the concern trolling here. Well, the reason why I actually think this is bad is because I think it's hurting his side. Like, if that was the case, then why the fuck would you say anything at all? Don't you want my side to be hurt more? Like, what is this weird? Cause, like, I just think that it's not good because on his side, it's just going to look bad. Like, what?
That he's trying to promote. And you can even...
By the way, okay, I just want to say, all right, because Asmongold is pulling a Brianna Wu, okay? Asmongold is no better than Brianna Wu, all right? Because Brianna Wu, when she's interacting with people, she'll always say something like, this makes you look unhinged. Like, how are you going to get people onto your side when you are saying things like this? She does the exact same fucking optics concern trolling as Asmongold, okay? Asmongold is no better than Brianna Wu, okay? No better. In fact, he's very much worse because he has a larger platform than her. Okay, so yeah, like fuck me, dude.
See
Yeah.
him, he's not really would defend Trump executing U.S. citizens for arbitrary reasons if he started doing it. And so this is just basically Destiny creates a false narrative. He creates a hypothetical situation.
We're not creating a false narrative, though. The whole impetus for this clip was you saying that, of course, Donald Trump rescinded the tariffs because it was a great negotiating tactic a day after you had said that the tariffs were really good. That's the joke. The joke is that you guys will defend literally contrary positions from one day to the next because there's no other way to defend the incoherent actions of this administration.
That didn't happen, hasn't happened, and probably won't happen.
It hasn't happened yet, but if we get to that part, you'll defend it because all of the things in the past that I said would happen have happened. The administration has gotten more unhinged. When they did start deporting people, you did fucking defend it. When they went after the rule of law and they started weaponizing the DOJ, you did say it was okay. When they've said that they might deport citizens who are felons, who did I just listen defend this day? I think this was off stream. It was somebody on Pisco's stream where some guy was like, yeah, if there are U.S. citizens that are felons, maybe we should deport them. This guy on one of Pisco's streams was saying, I don't know, maybe Asman has defended that. He would in the future, guarantee it. The whole joke is that there's no line with you guys. You will defend anything. And you've demonstrated that up to this point. Anything that the administration does, you'll defend or say it's an epic meme.
In order to justify acting insane, right? He's
acting insane, by the way, is saying mean jokes online. Like, you've become the woke leftist now, but I understand it now, right? Because being mean and all of that has nothing to do with being mean. It's just an expression of who's in control at that particular moment in time, who has the power, I guess, right? And in Asmongold's audience's eyes, like, he has the power right here, and he can dictate who you can be mean to and who you can't be mean to. And so that's where I guess this comes from.
He's just made up this problem. He's basically made up a situation that justifies his own behavior.
Yeah, Asman is a hypocrite, but he has not defended executions. Deckleberry. No, what Destiny is saying is that if Trump did actually begin to execute people, people like Asmongold would defend it. That's what he's saying. It's not about, oh, what has already happened. It's about predicting his actions, right?
And also, you can see that in all of his defense of what I said about him, at no point in time is he saying that I'm wrong.
About what? I've said he's wrong about so many things. Wait, what? I don't even think I can keep track.
No, Deckleberry. Okay. I feel like this is a point that even I have made. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure when Kyle Kalinske was talking about like how when they would have MAGA death chambers, like people like Asmongold would defend it, right? And I still stand by that, right? What Destiny and a lot of people are saying, right? Like Kyle Kalinske, right? What these people are saying is that they're essentially saying, okay, based off of prior behavior that Asmongold has given, right? Based off of prior behavior, such as defending the tariffs, Trump flip-flopping on the tariffs, and then Asmongold defending the tariffs, and then Asmongold thinking of the deportations as based in Epic for having no due process, right? Based off of these, like, because Asmongold is like the ultimate Trump sweeper, right? That's why he would defend it. Yes, unconditional support, uncritical support, a spicy chat would call it, okay?
Of all of the horrible legal analysis on so many different things Bro, we've watched Asmongold give so many fucking retarded takes. I'm sure something will come up in stream today that we've seen that he's just completely fucking incorrect about. What? But okay.
That's because he can't defend what I'm saying.
Why would I defend what you're saying? I misspoke.
He knows for a fact what I'm saying is true, and the sooner his audience...
Wait, that what he's saying is true? Wait, what's true? That the tariffs were good, or what's he even referring to here?
...realizes it, and they start holding him accountable for acting this way.
Oh, that I can't say mean jokes? They have to hold me accountable for saying mean jokes? Again, I thought comedy was legal. What's going on here?
The sooner that he can make more tangible change and do...
Okay, my issue, you're leveling this upon someone like they actually have done this before when you could just use real world examples. No, the point is that... But he has. That's the thing. Deckleberry. No one is denying the real world examples. People have time and time again brought up real world examples in order to back this up, right? it isn't about Asmongold like it isn't about embellishing. It's like predicting, right? No one is embellishing. You embellish when you make up things. No one is making up anything here. People are saying Asmongold would defend this if this happened, right? Emphasis on if. Vasily, I actually watch Asmongold, so I seen him being critical of Trump many times. How comes? The bar is in hell if what you're being critical of when it comes to Trump is January 6th, okay? If you're talking about January 6th, the bar is in fucking hell, all right? The bar is like this low, okay? For you to be going like, oh yeah, Asmongold is against January 6th. So? What the hell? That shouldn't be where the bar is. What the fuck,
do
dude?
things that are meaningful. Because right
It's
now,
fucked up.
Destiny's burned so many bridges with so many people. You don't need to act like this. You don't want to act like this. People don't like you when you act like this.
People on the right don't like it when you act like this. And most of the bridges that I burned over the firefighter stuff were people on the right. And they don't, because they don't like it when you're mean to them. But I don't want to be that person anymore who goes onto shows and is nice about these people that make the most disgusting and unhinged, Asmongold included, unhinged comments in the fucking world. But then they'll talk to like the friendly neighborhood leftist who doesn't push back on them too hard.
When clips like this hit the mainstream audience, people shit on you, and people shit on me for saying this too. But the difference is that I said that it was a joke and you're being serious.
I seriously think that JD Vance is going to dig up his mom's corpse and use it like a fleshlight? Or I don't understand what the serious part is here.
That's the difference. And also, I'm not going out and doing this while you're still advocating for shooting Donald Trump. And so the problem is, and that's why you had to delete the tweet, by the way. You should be lucky that you're not banned.
Wait, what tweet did I delete? Did a tweet of mine get auto-deleted? What?
Really? Like you're going out and you're advocating for the assassination of political people, and
you're defending an administration that's deporting people right now. What the fuck? Without due process. You're defending a thing right now that's happening.
You're going and chirping out about this, complaining about.
But the difference is that like when I say something mean about him, like he sees it and it's like an immediately tangible thing that he feels right away. Whereas like people getting deported, that's all the kind of like epic and meme and hilarious because it's, I don't know, it's far away. He doesn't know any immigrant people. It's just whatever, I guess. I don't know.
What other people are saying, you should be glad you're not banned. So the fact is, and he's gonna eventually he will pop off because I think that Destiny has become increasingly more unhinged. And also, before I go into this anymore, no, of course I would not support Trump assassinating and killing people.
By the way, I just want to say this, okay? I really, really dislike this entire what's really frustrating to me. One of the most frustrating things that I get in my comment section, okay, is when people go, "Oh, like you're so unhinged. This is so unhinged. Whatever." Okay. So here's the thing. I actually care about facts over feelings. All right? When I'm saying facts and people are saying feelings because they feel as though something is too unhinged, it's so funny to me how people would love to appeal to niceties instead of actually looking at the emergency that's happening right now, right? If your politics is based off of who is nice, who is polite, and who is mean, you don't have principles. Okay, you literally do not have principles. Straight up, you do not have principles. If your politics is based on who is nice, who is mean, and who isn't nice, who isn't mean, you don't have principles. Okay, it is what it is. All right.
People for random reasons, like
Oh, hold that right there. Oh, well, he kind of qualified it for random reasons, right? Because they'll always make up a reason. But hold it here. We'll see in 6 months if Trump is still around and he started fucking killing people yet. What the excuse he gives to 180 on this is.
random arbitrary reasons. Like, why would I didn't even, there were tons of things I didn't support Trump with. I didn't support him with Roe versus Wade.
Donald Trump didn't decide Roe versus Wade. Well, okay. Well, I guess.
I didn't support him with, let's see, what else? I'm trying to think about some of the other examples of things that have been with Ukraine.
What didn't you support?
By the way, I just want to say this, okay? This is entirely true, okay? That Asmongold, all right, he says he doesn't support Trump on Ukraine. No, you do. Like, I have seen hours of content of Asmongold essentially sweeping for Trump's behavior during the Ukraine meeting. I have seen hours of behavior of Asmongold talking about Zelensky's like outfit. All right. Now, before you argue whether or not Zelensky should have worn a suit or not, or should have said thank you, all right, the point is that Asmongold is directly contradicting what he did here. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm saying.
What exactly? Because I feel like I've heard Asmund
But good
repeat
meme.
all
Good
the
meme,
Russian
okay.
slop points about Ukraine,
Oh.
that they're stealing our money, that we're wasting resources on them, that we should abandon that country because they can never win that war. What, did I miss something? Is Asmund a strong pro-Ukraine person?
No.
I didn't support him with like how he's approached healthcare.
Okay.
There's been tons of things that I
Have not support in regards to healthcare where Trump essentially said he had concepts of a plan. Was that specifically what he was talking about when it came to concepts of a plan? Hold on, Trump, concept of a plan. Wait, yes, fuck me, dude. Hold on. Fuck, dude. This is so stupid. Like it's just extra retarded how much this is all excused. Like, fuck, dude. It's so retarded, dude. Hold on. Should put this down here. Okay, I'll put this maybe up here. There we go. Okay. Here. This is so retarded.
Obamacare was lousy health care, always was. It's not very good today. And what I said, that if we come up with something, and we are working on things, we're going to do it and we're going to replace it. But remember this, I inherited Obamacare because Democrats wouldn't change it. They wouldn't vote for it. They were unanimous. They wouldn't vote to change it. If they would have done that, we would have had a much better plan than Obamacare. But the Democrats came up, they wouldn't vote for it. I had a choice to make when I was president. Do I save it and make it as good as it can be, never going to be great, or do I let it rot? And I felt I had an obligation, even though politically it would have been good to just let it rot and let it go away. I decided, and I told my people, the top people, and they're very good people. I have a lot of good people in that administration. We read about the bad ones. We had some real bad ones, too, and so do they. They have really bad ones. The difference is they don't get rid of them. But let me just explain. I had a choice to make. Do I save it and make it as good as it can be, or do I let it rot? And I saved it. I did the right thing. But it's still never going to be great, and it's too expensive for people. And what we will do is we're looking at different plans. If we can come up with a plan that's going to cost our people, our population, less money and be better health care than Obamacare, then I would absolutely do it. But until then, I'd run it as good as it can be run.
So just a yes or no, you still do not have a plan?
I have concepts of a plan.
There you go. Okay. I really don't think so let's be very clear, okay? So the part that Asmongold disagrees with Trump on in terms of healthcare, his position is, I have concepts of a plan. The bar is literally this low, okay? The bar is this low, and even then. So Trump says, I have concepts of a plan. And Asmongold says, I disagree with Trump. Bitch. Trump doesn't even have a plan. He doesn't even have a healthcare plan. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, dude.